Yeah, please. Thank you.
This in the front.
Okay, thanks. This is my first vlog. Today I'm gonna talk about something called EAD. Before we talk about EAD, I actually have a class right now in a boxing gym in Echo Park. And this guy right here, I bought 10 classes from here, and I bought it last year and I only finished like 3 of them. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing today before I actually talk about stuff. Okay, EAD is something you want to do if you do want to work in the US after you graduate, and it's something you have to get if you want to work in the US. Before I actually get started, every school actually gave out like a checklist. Like I went to USC, so they gave me like a whole checklist right here, which you're gonna prepare all the materials for your EAD application. Yeah, every school's a little bit different, but like all the material you're gonna use is pretty much the same. But before you actually send your EAD application, please check with your school's checklist so you don't miss anything. Some school actually require like a different form, so be sure to check your school website. And now let's go through the materials. First of all, it's a form called G1145. This form is for electronic notification. So you're gonna fill this information in order to receive all the notification, like a status update for your application. It's a very easy form to fill. So basically you fill your last name, your first name, and your middle name if you do have one, and your email address and your phone number. That's all you need for this form, and it's just one site. So yeah, it's very simple. And the second one gets a little trickier. So this is a form called I-765, and I wrote a big sample here because I don't want to send this out when I was filling it, because I actually accidentally filled this wrong. I want to walk you through this. It's pretty straightforward. It's not like a complicated form to fill, but there are problems you're gonna be careful with. And I also attach a PDF form of how you're gonna fill this form step by step in the description. So if you have problem to fill this form, you can check my description. So the first one is the reason applying. So for this one, you're gonna circle the first one. And it says it's an initial permission to accept. It says initial permission to accept employment. And you're gonna fill your last name and your first name in here. And in the second page, first of all, you're gonna fill your mailing address, which is the address you wanna receive your EAD card. If your mailing address and your physical address is different, you're gonna fill both of them out. Here is just some other information, for example, your gender and your, and all the crazy stuff regarding for yourself. In 13, it actually asks for your social security number. So if you do have a social security number, you're just gonna write them down right here. And if you do not have one and you want SSA to issue you a social security card, you're gonna fill this part. On the third page, it's all information for yourself. So for example, the place of birth, your date of birth, and information regarding your last arrival to the United States. All this information is gonna be on your passport, I-94 or I-20. And for most students, I think you're just applying for the first time. So all you need to do is fill C, 3, and B right here. Now in page 4, you're gonna mark this one because you do speak English. And here you're just gonna fill your contact information. In here, that's the part get really tricky. Actually gonna type the date and leave the signature part blank and print this out to sign it physically. Do not type it, just don't. I think you can just leave part 4 blank. It doesn't really have to do anything unless someone else fill the form for you, which I think most of you are gonna fill yourself, so you don't have to worry about that part. Last part, part 6, is just for additional information. Again, I'm gonna put a link down in the description for a PDF file which teach you how to fill this form step by step, so you don't have to worry about if I'm going too fast or anything. It helped me at least to fill out this form and get my EAD card. And all the information right here, you're gonna type it on the computer except the signature part. Do not type the signature part. You're gonna actually print this out and sign it. Next one is your passport information. Photocopy of 3-page. First one is actually info page. So it's the first page on your passport, which you have your picture and all your date of birth and all the information over there. And the second one is a visa page. That is a page with your current US F1 visa is at. And the last one is a stamp page. This page is gonna have the stamp of your last entry to the United States. The next one is your I-94. So you actually need 2 parts for this I-94. The first part, you actually need to get your most recent I-94 for entering the US. And the second one is all your arrival and departure record. I don't know how I spell ENA in lowercase here, but yeah, you need a record. You need a copy of your OPT I-20. Do not forget to sign it. And when you receive it, you actually have to sign it at the last page to make it valid. So sign it and make a copy of your OPT I-20, then put it in the file. Next one is all your previous I-20. And I know it's gonna be a lot of them, and some of them could be missing. And if you miss 1 or 2, I don't think it's a big deal, because I missed the 1 and I still got my card. If you do not have it, just try your best to find them. If you do not, it's okay to just leave 1 or 2. And make sure for all your I-20, send a copy, not your original document. Send a copy of it, okay? And you're gonna take a picture for this EAD application. It's gonna be 2 US style passport photo. That's the picture I took. I took it at CVS. Actually, it sucks, but it worked. You're gonna get 2 picture just like this. You're gonna write your name and I-94 number behind your picture. One thing you also need is you need a payment. So you're gonna get a check or a money order. I personally recommend a money order. I think now you can also pay online, but I think money order is more reliable. I can already get a money order for this video, so I just drew one myself. Get a money order with amount 410 in here, and you're gonna write pay to the order of. You're gonna write U.S. Department of Homeland Security. And in here, on this part of your money order, fill your name, date of birth, I-94 number, and your current address. It might be way too small to fit everything in here, but just try to put in there. It doesn't really hurt. And you need your signature right here. After you get all the materials, you're actually gonna fill them in the order. But it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, as long as you have everything in here. I'm gonna follow the order USC gave me. You first need your G1145 form, and then it's gonna be your I-765 form, and then you're gonna need a photocopy of your passport page, then the I-94, the photocopy of your OPT I-20, and then you put all your previous I-20 behind all that. Some school actually require you to put like a proof of graduation and also maybe a transcript to apply for EAD card, but I did not, and I still got my card, so I don't think it's a big deal. But if you have it, you want to put it in the package, that's fine. After you get all that, you're gonna put your money order on the top right here with your pictures. So you're gonna put your pictures on the top left corner, and your money order come afterwards, and then it's gonna be your first document. In my case, it's gonna be G1145. You're gonna grab a paper clip, put everything right here. That's all document you need. So there are actually 2 locations to send your EAD application. So the first one is in Arizona, and the other one is at Texas. If you live in these states, you're gonna send it to Arizona, and if you're gonna live in these states, you're gonna send it in Texas. This is your graduation date, the day you finish your program. You have 90 days prior to your graduation to apply for EAD, and you have 60 days afterwards after your graduation, which is also called grace period, to apply for your EAD card. But one thing to be noticed is once you receive your OPT I-20, you only have 30 days to ship this out. One thing a little bit tricky will be your OPT I-20 start date. But when you get your OPT I-20, you're gonna fill a more accurate start date. My recommendation would be estimate which day you're gonna send it. Add 90 days to that date, and then that's gonna be your start date. Also, one thing to be noticed is your start date cannot be later than 60 days after you graduate. For every school, I think there are gonna be people who work for the international student office. Before you send your stuff, you can actually go to the office and let them verify all your files. I know some school actually gonna send it for you, so you don't have to send those by yourself. But no matter if they send it for you or not, just make sure to go to the office and double check with them so you have everything correct and you do have everything ready to send to the USAS so you don't get rejected, which is going to be very annoying. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you need to get your EAD application started. Yeah, good luck.